Okay. Hey, you guys, welcome to our kickoff call. We're so excited you are here. My name is Erin Young, and I'm one of your coaches. So thanks for, if you don't know me, thanks for kind of trusting me to be one of the coaches on the journey with you in our group. We're just really excited to have this, what you might call like a virtual gym where we can all meet up on our own time and our own way to hold each other accountable to this incredible journey. I know that for me, I found Beachbody about almost 7 years ago in February, and it is truly what has changed everything for me. I used to be an athlete like years ago. So, I mean, and I feel like an athlete again because of Beachbody products. And, I became a mom and got married and just had all these life changes happen. And I kind of just like fell out of who I used to be. I kind of lost that girl. And so I saw my coach posting about, these fitness programs and the shake thing on social media, and I ignored her for a long, long time. She even invited me because I really thought I could do it by myself. I used to be on teams and super competitive, but I didn't have that anymore. And but I thought for whatever reason that I could just muster this self-motivation, inspiration from like within. But having a full-time job as a teacher and two little kids, like I was like lost on what to do and how to do it. And it was within a challenge group like ours, a health and fitness support group, a virtual gym, whatever you want to call it. That's where I found like the secret sauce that worked for me. It's when I fell in love with home workouts and fell in love with drinking Shakeology. I was like the number one skeptic in the whole wide world. The day that my Shakeology arrived, I canceled it because I thought it was really stupid and what's this Kool-Aid people are drinking? Like I didn't get it at all. But my husband was like, you bought this, like you have to pay for it, like you have to drink this. So like honestly, my initial investment in my challenge pack was honestly what motivated me to like not waste our family money. It made me follow through in drinking the Shakeology and doing the fitness program. And what I soon found was like, whoa, this is amazing. And so if you are like me and you're a little skeptical of Shakeology or if all of this is going to work, I just want you to take it one day at a time and do exactly as we say, okay? Because I would not be here today as literally a full-time coach, having retired from a teaching career, if I didn't fully believe in this. Like my mom, my dad, my husband, my children, like everybody is on the Beachbody train because it has changed our health from the inside out and as a result, our lives. And so I really feel like that we are living our best lives today because we have consistently been a part of something like this. And I remember thinking to myself, am I really going to drink this shake like every day, like for the rest of my life? Like I went through, like for 2 years, I was like, is this really what you do? And now I know like, yeah, it is exactly what you do. And we'll try to give you guys some Shakeology education so you understand it. The more I've learned about it, the more I like see the importance and will never go a day without it because I know that I can't properly nourish my body without it. And I can't thrive and live my best life without it. And so that's really not what I was supposed to say, but sometimes I just go off on tangents a little bit like that. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that this community is truly a no judgment zone. It is one that is just open-armed, here to wrap our arms around you and help and support you through this journey. Our challenge group is literally where the magic will happen. I really don't want anybody to sit back and be a fly on the wall. I want you to jump in, even though like for me, the first time I posted my group, I was like, okay, so now the world just saw that post because I put it into Facebook. Like I didn't use Facebook. Like I really was so scared that like now this picture would be used against me in the court of law or something like that as a teacher, right? And that's so not true. This is a private place. It's nothing shared and the group will be used outside of the group unless you have some amazing transformation. We ask your permission first forever, okay? You never have to share your weight, your numbers, your picture, anything like that, but we want you to share your journey with us. And because what the most important part of all this is yeah, you do your workouts, you commit to your program, you drink your shake, you follow your nutritional plan, whether it's 2B mindset or whether it's portion fix. Yes, that's important. But the most important part that's going to keep you showing up is the accountability and is this community, and that's what's going to make it super fun. It's when you won't feel alone on the journey, and when you will be able to have someone cheer you on or answer your question. We really do care if you get your workout in every day or follow your program, whichever one you decided to follow. We really do care if you drink your Shakeology, because we know it's going to be a game changer, and we want to hold you accountable, but we can't do the hard work for you. And it is hard. Like, I will not tell you that it's not hard. I'm on day 1 of the 3-day refresh, and all I want right now is to eat a big piece of pizza. Like, that's all I want. And I would totally drink a glass of wine right now too, but I'm not going to do it, okay? Because I don't want to let you guys down. I don't want to be like, well, I just messed up on the 3-day refresh. Like, I don't want to post that. So I want you to use this group literally as your own accountability. We cannot track you down. We were not going to do that. Okay, we are not going to show up at your house and prep your food for you. You've got to learn how to do that on your own. But we're here to answer your questions. We're here to support you and believe in you. And so I want to kind of direct your attention to the group page. Today I made a post with a link to a Google file, a Google Doc. And if you don't know how to use Google Docs, it doesn't matter. You just click on the link, you open it, and you add your name to that sheet. On Sunday, I'm going to post it again, and you're going to go record next to your name how many workouts you did this week, okay? And you're going to record how many Shakeologies you had, okay? So maybe the number's anywhere from 7 to 1. Hopefully it's closer to 7, all right? And then you're also going to tell us what your victory was for the week. That will allow us to hold you accountable. I mean, like, there's nothing like accountability like that, right? That's going to allow us to recognize you, because we are going to recognize our movers and our shakers of the week. Those of you that are getting in workouts, those of you that are drinking your Shakeology, we want to recognize the activity that you're taking that's going to get you results and success, because that happens. Success happens on this journey. Health, inside and out. Confidence, inside and out. Everything happens when you consistently do the work. And we know it's hard. That's why we're here. We're here because we know it's hard, and we know that we need each other. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share. I think that's all I wanted to say. And then I'm going to pass it over to Brittany a little bit too.
Okay, thank you, Erin. So real quick, I was on a training call just before this, and I thought it was brilliant. Josh Coates, actually, if you don't know who he is, look him up, listen to some stuff, but he rattled off right before I had to switch over to this, a formula for success. So write it down if you have a pen. Consistency, which Erin just said about 1 million times, plus intensity, plus worth, plus time equals whatever you want. So again, consistency plus intensity plus worth plus time equals whatever you want. And so I am going to talk about mental fitness. And it is something that even I struggle with nearly every single day, because I can do the physical stuff. The physical stuff is not the hard part. The hard part is what is up here between your ears telling you that you can't. So I really want to touch on that today, because we do hard things every single day. If you're a parent, like, parenting is hard. If you're in a relationship, that's hard. If you have a full-time job, that's hard. It's hard to balance all of that. But those things we don't just give up on because they get a little bit tricky. We don't just stop being a mom. We don't just stop, working our job, because we have to tend to our children and we have to make a full-time income to be able to support our family. But what we do stop frequently is focusing on our health and wellness. And part of this mental battle is trying to keep your health and wellness at the top of your priority list, just like being a mom is, just like being a spouse is, because it is just as important. But what I have found is we want instant gratification, we want an easy fix, and we want something to happen overnight. And newsflash, there is nothing magical about this process. Results will not happen overnight. It didn't take one night to feel the way that you probably feel, or You know, if you're not happy with the way you look, it didn't happen overnight. So what you have to really mentally prepare yourself for is that it is a journey. Okay, so I want you to celebrate the small things. I want you to celebrate every time that you make a healthy food choice versus something not so healthy. I want you to celebrate every time that you complete a workout, even if you're telling yourself, oh, it wasn't pretty, but I did it. It's not supposed to be pretty, you guys. If it was pretty, then you probably didn't work hard enough. Okay, so I want you to celebrate every little small thing. Your first push-up, your 800th squat, like this is going to happen. And each time you're going to do something new, or you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. Hang on. Can you not do that right here? She's chomping on an apple in my ear. Okay, bye. Anyways, that's just real life. But back to celebration, like you celebrate other people all the time, but why do you have such a hard time celebrating yourself? And so that's what I really want you to focus on when you are meal prepping, maybe for the first time, when you choose to wait until you get home to make that healthy meal versus driving through Chick-fil-A because it's so delicious and tempting. Celebrate that victory, because not all victories are how much you weigh, what size of pants you wear. Like that is not how this works. That's probably going to be the last victory that comes. So as you're going through this process, I want you to trust and believe that you are capable. These programs are hard. Whether it's your first day or you've been doing it for 4 years, they're still hard, okay? The difference is if you've been doing it for a longer amount of time, you're pushing yourself harder. You're doing those higher intensity moves. So don't think that just because myself or Erin or Stephanie or Danielle are rocking it out that it's not hard for us, because it's really freaking hard. Like I struggled today. But after that, I felt really good because I did it. I completed something that I had not done before. So I want you to trust in yourself. Go, please. I want you to decide that you want this. I want it for you, but it's not my choice. Erin wants it for you. Stephanie wants it for you. Danielle wants it for you, but it is not our choice to make it happen. So decide what you want. Commit to yourself. Commit to getting results. Commit to proving to yourself that you are worthy and capable of change. And then I want you to see that success. If you are following a plan, I promise you, you cannot fail. Okay, you might have setbacks, but you cannot fail if you are following a plan. What will fail you is your mindset. What will fail you are your limiting beliefs telling you that you don't deserve this. What will fail you is your inability to see yourself changing because you are stuck being comfortable with where you're at. Change is scary, whether it's physical change, mental change, financial change, job change. It doesn't matter what it is, it's scary, but it is worth it. It is victorious. So I want you to not be fearful of it, okay? So ditch the excuses, ditch the I can't because you know what? You can. You can if you want to. You can totally do this. I can totally do this. We are all here together to support one another. It doesn't matter where we're at in this journey. We have all started somewhere. So what I want you to start doing tomorrow is each morning before you do anything else, I want you to write down your goals. Write down your goals maybe for the day, for the week, for the month. And then I want you to close your eyes and envision yourself at the end result. What is that end result? What is the end result that you're looking for? What does it look like? How does it feel? And how proud are you going to be when you get to check that first goal off of your list? Speak positive affirmations to yourself every single day and know that you are worth it. Know that you are beautiful and that you are wonderful and that you are capable and that us coaches are here to support you, and we're going to see you through the good, and we're going to celebrate those victories, but we're also going to pick you up when you're down. We're not going to let you sit back and not see success, but you have to show up. We can't help you if we don't know that you need it. And we can't give to you if you can't give to yourself. So that's what I have as far as like battling that inner mean girl is kind of what I call it, because she is there. She is there every time you look at yourself, but you have to know that you are better than her, and you have to tell her that she is not going to wreck your results. She's not going to wreck your progress, and that you can rise above. And that's all I got. So I think that is going to take it to Stephanie. She's going to talk about physical fitness.
I get the easy part. Great minds think alike, I guess, because half of the stuff I was going to say, Brittany kind of touched on in a little bit different way. So I apologize if any of this is a little bit repetitive, but I just want to talk a little bit about the physical part of your journey. And this, I think, is probably the number one reason why most of us said yes to this in the first place, is that we wanted to see some kind of physical transformation in ourselves. We all start in a completely different place. And this, Brittany kind of talked a little bit about this, but don't compare yourself to other people in this group, other people in your life, other people you see on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. We are all on our own journey, and the only person we need to compare ourselves is ourselves, and just to make sure that we're getting better every single day. So what I've tried to do, and I was so guilty of this, I remember seeing Erin on Facebook, and I thought, oh my gosh, she's so perfect, and I'll never be able to do that. And I was comparing myself to her, and she was in a totally different place than I was. And instead, what I have learned to do over time is let her inspire me, and let the rest of the ladies on our team inspire me, and let all of you inspire me. So rather than look at someone who maybe has been on their journey a little bit longer, and try to tell yourself, oh, I can't do what they're doing, or they're pushing so much harder, just look at them and let them inspire you, that will be you. That will be you someday if you keep at this, and just keep pushing. So just remember, we're all at different places. We're all starting in a different spot in our life. We're at different places around the country. We're at different ages. We're at different all kinds of different things, all different situations. So we're all starting somewhere different. And just remember to compare yourself only to yourself in your own journey. The journey is the fun part, I think, honestly. We all have goals we want to get to, but enjoying the day-to-day of this is really where the fun is, I think. So make sure to just enjoy this as well. Okay, one thing you definitely will want to do before you get started, or most of you probably got started today, but go ahead and take your before measurements, before photos. Go ahead and weigh yourself. This is one thing I really, really regret not doing when I first started, and I'm sure that Erin told me to do it, and I was like, whatever, how much am I going to change in 3 weeks? I really didn't think that anything would happen. And I really wish that I had done that, because I really, even just in 3 weeks, had a lot of success. So no matter what you think is going to happen with the program that you're doing, please go ahead and take your measurements, take your before photos, weigh in, because there's nothing more motivating than seeing how far you've come. And I think a lot of times it's hard to see that in yourself. My cousin actually she's not on the call tonight, but she's been doing 2B Mindset, and she's having huge success with it. But she even told me, she said, I weighed myself and I took measurements. I have lost like 20 some pounds, and I can't remember how many inches. She said, but I didn't even see that in myself. So, and she did not take a before photo like I told her to, but so make sure you do that, because a lot of times when you see yourself day to day, you don't really notice those physical changes. So to see that, in your progression through the program, and over the next few months is really going to be motivating to you, I promise. Another thing, in order to make the most out of your workouts or out of the program that you're doing, make sure you check out the program materials on BOD. So if you haven't got in there and figured out where those are, make sure that you do that, because there's some really, really valuable information there. For example, I just kind of pulled up Lift 4. I know Audrey's actually doing Lift 4 right now. I'm not sure about anybody else. But if you pull up those program materials, it has the calendar, it has your nutrition guide, it has a tracker that you can use. There's even playlists. I mean, all kinds of really awesome things there. And those tools are there. They've been developed by the trainer. They're really, really valuable information. So in order to make the most out of this, to make the most progress towards your goals, make sure that you check those out and see what kind of valuable information is there. Another thing I did want to touch on, Brittany kind of mentioned this a little bit, but affirmations, mantras, whatever you need to do to get through your workout, just do it. I tell myself all the time, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. And that's so much more helpful than, starting and saying, I can't do this, this is too hard. And sometimes I have to repeat that hundreds of times to make it through, but it definitely helps. So find something that helps you, that motivates you. And if you have to tell yourself that over and over, then do it. I don't know if it was Brittany or Aaron, but somebody said it doesn't have to be pretty. I know my workouts they're definitely not pretty every day. But the important thing is that you do it and you keep pushing. And so whatever it takes to get through that, definitely do it. Another thing I will mention is that we have decided to do a 6 a.m. workout club. For anybody that wants to work out around 6 a.m., we're going to do it 3 days a week. I think Brittany's going to do Mondays, I'm going to do Thursday, and Aaron's going to do Saturday. So if you want to hop on there with us, it's really a lot of fun. You still do your own workout. You really just hop on. Everybody's kind of there as a group, and then you can go about, your own business, your own workout. And it's really a lot of fun. It's very motivating to go ahead and get that in first thing in the morning. So we'll share some information about that in the group as far as how to access that. It is via Zoom, so all of you know how to use that now. So you'll be able to log in and check that out. We hear a lot from Shaun T, trust and believe. So I had that written down, and I think Brittany said it too. But that's something that really hit home with me, because you have to just trust the process. I know there have been times where I'm like, why are we doing this? Or why did they switch this up? Or how come we're doing arm day today and leg day tomorrow and all of that? But I've learned you just have to trust and believe. So you trust the process, trust the trainers, trust that they've laid out the programs the way that they have for a reason to get you the best results. And just believe in yourself, believe that you can do that. Do the program, and I promise you all, you will get awesome results. So I'm not going to reiterate everything that Brittany said, but we are definitely here to help you guys, help you succeed in any way that we can. So yeah, I'm so glad you're here, and I will turn it over to Danielle. I think she's going to talk a little bit about nutrition.
Hello. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the nutrition in terms of meal planning and prepping and stuff. The first thing is it can be kind of overwhelming at first. I do know that. And so like Stephanie said, if you get onto BOD and you look at the program materials and you print off per your program the meal plan and really look through that and make sure what plan you're supposed to be on, or if you're following the 2B mindset, that's fine too. Make sure you watch all the videos so that you know about your plan and how you need to meal prep. And so the one thing that I've learned through meal prepping is don't be afraid to repeat your meals. So there's no need to make an entirely new meal for, breakfast, lunch, and dinner each day. So to find 2 or 3 meals that you can have as leftovers, or that can double or triple the recipe to have multiple times throughout the week. You can batch cook, choose recipes that have similar ingredients, so that when you're grocery shopping, you have maybe you're using fresh peppers, to dip in hummus, but then you also have peppers that you're sauteing for dinner as a side dish. You can also use those same veggies maybe in an omelet the next morning. So things that you can buy in a large sum, if you will, and then you can reuse those in different meals. And one of the things that I came across is I've done both the To Be mindset and the Portion Fix, and love doing actually both of them. But on Amazon, I found these containers that I like to use. And so I portion out my meals. I don't know how well you can see that, probably more so on the clear. And I'll take those for lunches. So that helps me to know my portions and make sure that I'm getting the right amounts of, the veggies and the protein and the carbs. And you can fill those up, and so I'll have them as grab and go throughout the week. Another thing to consider is like frozen veggies and fruits versus fresh. So fresh is obviously a really good choice, but having frozen veggies and fruits is also a good way to go. Since they've already been cooked, all you have to do is pop them in the microwave. And again, you can even take those fresh steam bags to work with you and have those as a meal, and it's quick and easy. Some snacks that are good to grab and go are hummus, carrots, any cut up veggies. You can pack apples, fruits. The Beachbody bars are good. If you're in a bind with your Shakeology, you can, have the packets to go and mix those up as well. But meal prepping is key to this. So you want to plan out. I usually do it on a Saturday. I'll write up what my meal plan is going to be for the week. And then I'll go grocery shop on Sunday, and then try to cut up any fresh veggies that I can ahead of time, so that it's a lot easier throughout the week to be able to throw together some meals at night. A lot of times I don't get home until 7 o'clock at night, so it's a mad dash for dinner. So to have all the prepping I can done ahead of time really helps. I'm also on the road a lot, so it helps to have those grab and go. And I have like a little cooler container that I carry my food in, that I can just pull out my snacks as I'm traveling. So that helps. So I'm not stopping at a drive-through. But there's also many shortcuts that you can do if you don't have time to prep ahead as much. So a lot of the grocery stores are offering pre-chopped veggies and zoodles and cauliflower rice and peeled and diced fruit. So that makes it even easier if you really don't have time. So food prep was probably the hardest thing for me. I started off with my workouts, and then I started dialing in my nutrition. And I think probably the whole first time I did a program, it was trial or error for me. But then over time, I became, I was able to get like a routine, and I'm a routine person. So I'm one of those that I could eat the same lunch pretty much every day of the week. So not everybody is like that. But just think about how you can gain that routine, just like scheduling your workouts, schedule your meals, and plan ahead of time. And you'll set yourself up for success. So.
Oh, I was muted. I think I'm next. I know.
I'm like, I don't know.
I know. That's great. No, you guys did great. And just so you know, some of our girls were nervous tonight, and I think everybody's doing like awesome. So I think this is so fun. Like when we get into coaching, we're not like, oh, we are going to be doing presentations. Like we are showing up tonight because we just like want to help so much and like know that like we've probably done something, that we have advice to give, and we're just excited to do it. So I'm just going to chat super fast and then pass it on to Brittany, and we're going to call it a night if you guys have any questions. But just the importance of consistently using your products. I know that it can sometimes just feel like, oh, I just bought a product. I'm going to stack it in, the pantry and maybe use it every now and then. And I just want you to know, like, I don't want you to let this investment go to waste. Like, we never, ever would have shared any of this with you or even made a recommendation to use Shakeology or even the Performance Line Energize and Recover if we did not 100% believe in it. And I do use all of the products because they're everything to me. And I use Shakeology every single day, and I have for almost 7 years. I drink Energize every single morning. It's like this magical mom juice that makes me like push through a workout. And I also drink it on the days that I don't work out, because why not? Because maybe there's housework or laundry or just family and life to deal with. I don't even drink coffee anymore unless like I go out with girlfriends for coffee. Like I used to drink coffee every single morning, and I don't anymore because of Energize. So, and that happened like just naturally to me. I drink Recover after a workout to prevent muscle soreness. And so, I mean, I use all of the products. I love Beach Bars. Like I love them all, but I want to really specifically talk to you about consistently using them, and especially Shakeology. So my husband first started drinking Shakeology before he even started a fitness program or working out. And his cholesterol was really high, like to the point where the doctor was like, okay, like time out, like this is kind of getting too high. And, we were getting into a scary place. And so he started drinking Shakeology. And in a year alone with just Shakeology and probably me cooking a little bit better at home, but him still having his own little vices when it came to nutrition, sodas and chips and just all kinds of stuff. And his cholesterol dropped 50 points in just a year of Shakeology alone. And so Shakeology is this dense superfood nutrition. It is nutrition. It's not a weight loss shake. It's not a protein shake. It's one of your meals a day, because what it's bringing to your body is nutrition that we are unable to give our bodies without supplements, just because of the natural state of our food supply in the United States of America. Like, it's crazy, but like even when we shop organically and do the best that we can, we're still malnourished in a way. And Shakeology is making up for that lack in nutrition and deficit in nutrients. I never knew how much I needed it until I drank it every day. And that's when I noticed a surge in natural energy and a clarity. Like I had this constant brain fog that I didn't even know that I had, because I was a mom of 2 little kids and I just blamed it on them, but it was actually just a lack of nutrition. And I didn't realize that I was so lethargic in the morning. It's why I was drinking caffeine all the time. And I didn't realize that like I just felt blah about everything. And it was just because my body was lacking great nutrition. And so I just want you to say, okay, I'm committed to the shake. I'm going to drink this entire bag, and then I'm going to make a decision, because I had to do that myself. I had to figure it out for myself, and then I fell in love, and I can't imagine a day without it. It's absolutely worth all the healthy trade-offs for the cost. Like I don't like go to the doctor, you guys. Like my husband doesn't have to take any kind of medication for his health. Like the healthy trade-off, the long-term healthy trade-off for investing in Shakeology is truly worth it. And it might just be one of those things where you have to take my word on it until you realize it yourself. And so I want you to do that. And that's why we're logging our Shakeology, because it works on a cellular level. And so if we don't consistently put it into our bodies, we're not going to experience the benefits. So skipping a day of Shakeology or drinking it just 3 or 4 days a week, you will not feel the same benefits or get the same benefits that I do. It's just the truth. And so be like us and just drink it every day and understand what we're talking about. Okay. And so, and we can answer any questions. And one of our goals will be to make sure you understand and have some more education, because that's truly what helps me understand like why it was an important investment in my health. So anyway, okay. So I'm going to pass it back to Brittany, and she's going to end and call it a night for us. Oh, brain fog is so real. Seriously. Okay. All right. So Brittany, you want to take it away and end this call tonight, please?
Sure. Okay. So you have heard about the physical fitness piece of this. You've heard about supplements, nutrition, the mental fight that you're going to experience because we're human. But what I really want you to focus on, again, I'm going to go back to those goals. So if you would, I want you to go to the little chat box and type your goals out for us. We want to shout them out. We want to hold you accountable. What is your short-term goal? What do you hope to get, over the next quarter with us, so that we can come back at the end of the quarter and revisit. Did you meet these goals? Did you exceed these goals? If you didn't meet them, what went wrong and how can we help you fix it? So share your goals in the chat, or if you have any questions, we can sit here for a couple minutes and see if we can get some questions answered. And then that's it, really. We are so excited that you showed up. Please, please, please do yourself a favor and show up in the group. It is so simple. It's too simple to not do it. Whatever you need to do, if you need to write with lipstick on your mirror, so when you're washing your face at night, hey, did I check in today? Whatever you need to do to remind yourself to show up for you, because that's what this is about. I mean, the group's going to go on with or without you, but we want to see you succeed, and we want to see your comments and your interaction and your sweaty selfie and ultimately your results. So please do that. If not for you, do it for us. And that's what's going to make the accountability and support in this group that much more special. So I'm going to read through some of the chats, and Erin, Stephanie, Danielle, feel free to chime in too.
I just think that Danielle's testimony right there is pretty freaking amazing. She has an autoimmune disease, and since taking care of herself in Dreaming Shakeology, she's not even on any kind of medications any longer. That is so amazing, Danielle. Oh, wow. That's a great testament. Okay, but I know we're talking about goals. Myself is that I have a cruise in March, right? So I feel like right now, right, I'm all covered up, and then soon nothing's gonna be covered up, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is getting real. So I have those short-term goals of being ready for the cruise. But then for me, always every day, I think about my daughter Avery and how important it is for women to take care of themselves and to have a healthy role model, a strong, confident, mom to lead them. And that's one of my goals every single day.
I love that. It's just crazy what these little ladies hear, even as a first grader and my daughter. And I'm thinking, where is this coming from? Who says that to you? It makes me want to just go fight them. But speaking positively, and that's so important for all of us. Lauren, working out consistently. You've got quite the schedule, but you can do it. I believe you can do it. Danielle showing up every day.
Oh, she will show up. She is Miss Consistency. She's so good. I look for, just so you know, Danielle, I look for your sweaty selfie. Then I'm like, okay, I can do it too. So there you go. You have to do it, or I'm not going to.
I think, is it your goal, Danielle, to be the first one to post that sweaty selfie?
She's like, I got it done. It may not be, she does it.
Actually, no, but
you're first. I don't know. I feel like you're always first. And then Elspeth, I love that. Yes, make this a lifestyle and not temporary. Yes, just do it. Be consistent. Let yourself succeed. 30 more pounds. Girl, it's happening. And you know it can happen.
Drop a dress size, Michelle, and complete the program. I think that's probably what I see the most is people just don't want to complete the program. Yeah. And I promise you, if you do, because the program was designed, to work start to finish. And if you do complete it, whether you're enjoying it or not, you're going to see it work. Promise you.
All right, Audrey's goal is to lose 5 more pounds and continue to work out because I think she's doing amazing. But I have to give her a shout out because she did her first sweaty selfie today, and I was so excited. I've always told her, you don't have to. It's not a thing. It's no big deal. She did it today, and I like literally screamed out loud. I'm scrolling, and I went, oh my gosh. So I'm so proud of you, because I think that's one of those things, just pushing out of your comfort zone, you know. So I appreciated that.
I love that. Well, if no one has any questions.
Yeah, Sherry has hers too. Do you want to say it, Danielle?
Yeah, Sherry is rocking it out. She did the 21-day fix, and then she was kind of playing around with some of the other programs, and now she's doing Transform. She is rocking it. She's posting her sweaty selfies every day.
No, she's all over it. Well, and also she says she's going to Miami in August, and right now I wouldn't put a suit on in public. And I just want you to know, I know what that feels like. And so just every day, I mean, even if you just have to visualize like what it feels like to walk out in that suit with confidence, you know, what it feels like to feel good about yourself, like visualize and feel that and strive for that, because you do deserve that. And we totally believe in you, Sherry. So don't give up, and we'll help you find a great suit too, because that's really fun to do. Okay. But you're going to be ready. If you want to online shop, we got you.
All right, you guys, thank you so much again for showing up for yourselves and for us tonight. We can't wait to see your sweaty selfies tomorrow, because I want to see every single one of your faces. And just check in with us tomorrow night before your head hits the pillow. Let us know how your day went. And as always, if you need us, we're here. You just got to reach out, and we will help you however we can, okay? So have an awesome rest of your evening, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.